If you would have told me a few years back that I would be speaking right now in front of you discussing how to regulate your nervous system to actually create attraction with your ideal woman, I would have probably told you, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Because back then, I was just not interested in psychology, in understanding my mind and how my, body is functioning and stuff like that. For me, the only thing I had in my mind was I need to connect with the woman, I need to have sex with the woman, I need to create attraction, blah blah blah, right? But funny enough, as I got, more and more mature in my development and as I started to really learn about myself and how to connect with a woman deeply and how to create deep attraction and eventually enter in a healthy relationship with a woman that I find really attractive, but also cool as a person, like cool personality and stuff like that, I realized that having control of my nervous system is actually crucial for one very simple reason. For a woman, if you feel anxiety, stress, or nervousness, it signals to her that you are the better male. And what I mean with this is, super simple. You're basically reacting to her. She's not reacting to you, you are reacting to her. And what it signals for her, again, is that she has the power over you. She is here and you here. And obviously, for a woman, if she feels that, there is no way she feels attracted to you. There is no way she wants to go home with you. There is no way she wants to have a relationship with you, right? So, experiencing a lot of anxiety, stress, and nervousness is a real problem. And this is what I was facing 7 years ago when I was just starting to meet women, right? I was still this shy guy, introvert, nerdy, I recently stopped playing video games, but I was still a little bit into it, and I was just outside and trying to meet women in the streets, in the bars, and in the clubs, right? And I got blown out so many times, so many times. And if I would have a date, I would get friend zoned or rejected. This was the reality for me back then. And maybe I don't look like this right now, but that's because I evolved a lot. So if you know me the past 4 years as a coach, you know that even as a coach right now, I evolve constantly. But 7, 8 years ago, it was just hard. Let's put it like this. And I was really faced with a dilemma. Like, how do I deal with this anxiety? It's clearly not helping. Women don't appreciate that. They are punishing me for this. They don't want me. I want to connect with them, but I cannot, right? So I started to get really, really interested in that, right? In how to regulate my nervous system, how to control my anxiety, how to relax, how to be grounded, how to be centered, right? And one thing you need to understand about the nervous system is that it was created by obviously evolution, right? For survival. And back in the caveman years, it was very useful because literally your own system, your own body would signal to you when there was a danger so that you know instinctively, right? Oh, I need to do something, right? I need to react. I need to go away. I need to fight, right? But isn't it funny that we still need it, of course, right now, to some extent, but much less than before, because we don't live in the wild. We live in cities, most of us, I hope. So why are we still being slave to our nervous system in front of women? Isn't it funny, right? Women make us feel this way. Shouldn't we feel excited to meet a woman? Shouldn't we feel love, maybe, or freedom, or peace? Why do we have to feel that? Like to feel this anxiety, to feel this stress, this nervousness? Well, for a couple of reasons. The main reason is because meeting a woman, having a date with a woman, or maybe having sex means that there is a chance of getting rejected, right? And again, if we come back to the caveman years, getting rejected from the tribe meant that we're not part of the tribe anymore, that we are in the wild by ourselves, which basically means death I mean, back then, the animals that existed were crazy motherfuckers, you know? So you couldn't survive by yourself. You had to be with a tribe to actually survive. So it meant death back then. And the thing is, our nervous system didn't really evolve since then. So it's still the same. So rejection has this impact on us, right? It's very instinctual. It feels very scary and all of that. So for us to have a woman reject us is very painful, right? It's gonna sting a little bit. So we need to find ways to actually control that, to regulate that, because it's irrational, right? Of course, that a rejection from a woman is not going to kill us. We're going to still be able to breathe and live life normally, right? If we look at it logically, of course. But for the body and for the nervous system, it is not that case, right? For many reasons. There's this reason, of course, but there's also the reason of like past traumas, maybe some limiting beliefs that you have. And this is a whole work in itself that I will not talk about in this video. But if you want to learn more about this, make sure to subscribe because I'm planning to make tons of videos about this subject. But really, I want to teach you something here that really helped me when I was just starting to meet women, right? Because I had to learn a way to actually control my nervous system, to regulate it, to be more grounded, to be more centered, right? And at the time, I didn't know about shadow work, I didn't know about trauma work. So I had to find a way that quickly helped me so that I can create attraction with my ideal woman and have sex with her. And, it sounds maybe a little bit childish to say that, or, very simple. But yeah, this was really my goal back then. I didn't want it to create this deep connection or have a healthy relationship. I just wanted to create attraction and have sex. That's what I wanted back then. Just starting, still very young, of course. So I started to learn about meditation, about Buddhism, about yoga, and about breath, right? Breathing. And this was transformational for me because when I started to apply some of these techniques, and I'm going to teach you some of them today, so don't worry, I was able to relax even though I was anxious in the moment, right? I was able to control my nervous system, to regulate it. I was able to remove the stress, to remove the nervousness, right? And this has helped me tremendously to go on a date, feel truly confident, to feel good enough, and to eventually have, the woman in front of me attracted to me, which was so new. Like it was, mind blowing at the time. So the first technique that I was using, and maybe you've heard it before, but I want you to really start practicing it when you're outside meeting women or when you're on a date or when you're just about to have sex, right? Focus on your breath, not on what you say, not on what you do, right? So when you're talking with her or when she's talking to you, focus on your breath. Really feel the inhalation and the exhalation, right? Really feel this. Like have your whole focus on this. And what's going to happen if you practice this correctly is that first of all, you're going to stop overthinking, right? And you're going to reduce the anxiety. You're going to reduce the stress because you're going to feel more connected to your body. This is the most simple way to reconnect with your body, your breath, right? That's why there's a whole spiritual teaching about breathing, pranayama. Literally a whole spiritual teaching is just about breath. That's how important it is. So focus on your breath. Feel the inhalation, feel the exhalation, and allow this to relax you. And not for 20 seconds. Do this the whole date. Do this the whole time you're outside in the bar, in the club. Just focus on your breath the whole time you do this. And you'll see the impact it will have on you and on the interaction that you will have, on the date that you have, and how things will move forward for you. So this is the first technique. And the last technique that I want to teach you, and by the way, there are so many other techniques, okay? But I want to keep it simple in this video, not too long, So just two for today. But the other one, and this one was also working really well. I was teaching it to my clients when I was doing boot camps like 4 years ago. And it was transformational every single time. So let's imagine you outside, you're going to a bar or you in the bar, you may be in the club. Whenever you walk, really feel the feet touching the ground. Like really feel the sensation of your feet slowly touching the ground, or maybe fast, but try to walk slower, right? Like really feel the feet touching the ground and really feel the ground holding you every time your foot is stepping on the ground. And do this again the whole time if possible. If it's too much, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, like really do it as a practice the whole time if you can, right? And this will really help you calm you down, make you feel more grounded, make you feel more centered, right? Because your focus is on your feet touching the ground, nowhere else, nowhere else. So there is no more dangers, no more danger. Because the thing about feeling this anxiety, this stress, and this nervousness is because in some ways, maybe subconsciously, we feel that there is a threat, right? Getting rejected, maybe people will judge us, right? So many other threats, right? And it depends, it can be very unique to you, right? And because of that, the nervous system reacts to that, obviously. So when we move our attention to the feet touching the ground or to the breath, the inhalation and the exhalation, it forces the body to really think about just one thing, which is the breath or the feet touching the ground. And these are not dangerous things for the body. It's very normal, it's very restful, it's very grounding. Yeah. So I recommend you try that out, see it for yourself if it works. Let me know in the comment what's your experience. I'm really, really curious. Like, I want to know like what happened after watching this video. So let me know. And if you want to go deeper into this, make sure again to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to post on a weekly basis on different subjects about dating, masculinity, and even sexuality sometimes. So make sure to subscribe. And if you want to go really, really deep into this kind of work that I'm proposing here, I do have an academy. It's like a private mastermind for my clients where you have group calls, you have resources like course, meditation, some practices to help you become this man that commands respect, that can attract his ideal woman, that is on his purpose, and really living the life that he deserves. So if you're interested in that, make sure to message me on Facebook or Instagram Academy, and I'll send you a Google Doc, some details so that you can see if it's the right fit for you, right? Thank you for watching, my brother. I see you.